Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov money guide. Today's map of choice is Shoreline. Now I'm only going to show you a section of Shoreline which I loot as a Scav and a PMC because the loot can be insane. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's see what we get. This run can easily make you 1,000,000 Roubles, and we're only going to be doing stashes and jackets. We had a great spawn here and we spawned right next to the Scav extract, with our first stash is right in this bush. Because we're doing stashes, we tend to get weapons as well as armor, which is really handy if you're doing this as a Scav run. Also as well, we always know when we are doing jackets, jackets can be amazing for keys and especially early wipe items. The really good thing about this run is there is 6 stashes but 20 jackets, and that is in a small part of Shoreline. A lot of people do know a couple of these stashes, especially the 2 we're coming up to now. One is next to the blue fence to our right, and the other one is in this concrete circle here. Again, a lot of the loot that we do find here is great for beginning of the wipe. But also as well, you'll see later on that we actually get a lot of kappa items doing this as well. We do know that the loot is going to change, and what I mean by that is we haven't been told exactly what's going to change with loose spawns, etc. But most of the jackets, the caches, they won't change. So we should be absolutely fine still doing this run in next wipe. Again, as I was in the house here, I had time to loot the toolboxes. This time there was nothing in it, but again, we all know toolboxes can be really good for filters, nuts and bolts. Again, things that we will need at the beginning of the wipe. So we're coming to kind of where we spawned. We've just done a loop on ourselves. We come to this house where we find the jacket with a key. Again, having a quick look for some loose spawns. Again, as I mentioned, toolboxes are great, and the amount of things you can get out of them for early wipe is brilliant. Because we're in this house, we might as well loot while we're in here. We are picking up everything we see, just because I want to show you how much money you can make just by picking everything up. So I will show you at the very end of this run the map and where everything is, so you can kind of screenshot that for a later date. We do use Map Genie. If you've never used them before, absolutely fantastic. There will be a link in the description to the actual Map Genie website, so make sure you do check them out. There is a paid version for it as well, which obviously really helps them do what they do. So again, on to the next jacket. It does make me laugh how much we can find from jackets and just stashes. Obviously this time not anything in this jacket, but as I say, in this run alone, we still made over 800,000 Roubles. Which is insane considering all we're doing is the jackets and the stashes and a couple of toolboxes here and there. I actually miss a jacket in this run, so here is another Scav run showing you where the jacket is. In this house though, there is 4 jackets. The one behind the door there. There is another one at the entrance we just walked past. We always do that on the way out. And there is 2 jackets in the middle room as well. Super lucky with this one. We found the Emicon key, which is for a task later on down the line. So again, really handy. But what you can see we are collecting at the moment is early wipe hideout items and also quest items, which again at the beginning of the wipe is going to be so handy to come and do this run and get the items that you need. So running over to the other side of the road, we'll go straight to the next stash, which is in the bush here, straight behind the building. And also as well, once we have done this stash, the next move is to go straight to the house opposite and do the jacket that is in there. These houses and this little part of Shoreline tends not to get too busy because everyone is normally up in resorts. But also as well, scavs do spawn around here, so people are coming here to hunt for scavs, but not too many. Especially if you do this at the beginning of the wipe when no one has their quests here yet, it's pretty good. So once we've done these last two jackets on this side of the road, we then go straight down the middle to the very last house and building at the back of the street. So there's one jacket in here. And then after this one, we go into the house. There's a couple of duffel bags and a couple of jackets as well. We are going to show you a bonus stash. It's actually not in the village, but it's near enough that I always do it anyway. So here are the two jackets, and then there's a couple of duffel bags that we do in here as well. It always makes me laugh because looking at our loot, it actually doesn't look like we have too much. But when we add it all up, it honestly comes to around about 830,000 rubles, which is insane. But again, that is always not important, the money side of it. Yes, obviously making a mil, 800 to a mil every time you do this is amazing. But for me, it's the quest items at the beginning and also at the end of the wipe. If you're looking for anything kappa, this is perfect as well. So now we've done the house, we will do our very last stash run of this 1 million ruble run. And we come out of the village at the back, we turn right. So we're heading right now to Scav Island. But here is the broken down house with a stash right here. This is a very common one. A lot of people do know it, but here we are. So as I mentioned, this doesn't look like a lot of loot, but honestly, it is over 800,000 rubles worth. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have liked it, leave a thumbs up, add a comment. Let us know in the comments what you got from this this run and if you get anywhere near that million. But apart from that, hope you have a fantastic wipe when it comes, and we'll look forward to seeing you in another Escape from Tarkov video.